Hi guys, it's me, Brittany LaPage, the Dahlia darling, and this little cutie sneakers. Um, I'm taking a cutting from this Dahlia today, and I just thought I would show you. I have an X-Acto knife. I'm going to cut it right around here, and then more shoots should come out from there. I don't want to cut off an actual part of the crown of the tuber. I just want to cut in at this little node, just above the node, leaving a 1/4 of an inch of material stem still attached to the tuber. So I'm going to cut at the node. I'm going to strip these 2 leaves right here. Okay, this is hopefully where new roots are going to form. I'm going to put a little bit of rooting hormone on it just to help it out. And I don't always have to use rooting hormone, but I like it if I think it's going to give me a little bit of an extra chance of success. Ugh. I'm going to make a hole. I'm going to put it in. I want to make sure that the leaves are above the dirt. Anything that gets buried underneath the dirt will rot. I've also sprinkled cinnamon around here. I like it as an antifungal. So next you're going to water this in really well. It's very important that this stays wet. And I'm also going to cover it with a little dome of plastic for a couple days to help keep the green leaves from losing too much moisture, because if it starts to lose moisture, it's going to die before it has a chance to establish some roots. It can take a couple weeks for that to happen. Now I'm just going to store this out of direct sunlight in a nice warm place, and in 4 or 5 days I'll take this off. 3 or 4 days, I don't know. I'll take this off and check it out. And there's a chance in a couple days the leaves might look droopy. That doesn't mean it's dead. It'll start picking up again. Although if the leaves don't pick back up, then it's probably dead. But always wait. Sometimes they can droop really bad a couple days in, and then all of a sudden they perk back up again. So don't give up on them too fast. You never know. Hey guys, so the last video I took was on December 12th, and today is December 21st. It's been 9 days since I took that cutting. So I'm going to show you what the cutting looks like today, and I'm going to show you where we cut off the cutting off the tuber, what that looks like now 9 days later. All right, here we go. All right, this is the cutting, and it's perked up. I think it's grown a little bit bigger. It had mold on on the top of the dirt when I pulled off the plastic greenhouse bag. I don't think I used the right, I could have used better potting soil, I think, when I did this. Either way, I ended up putting some sulfur powder on this. I have some I bought when I first started growing dahlias, because it was recommended online. It's an old school method of dealing with fungal issues. You're supposed to like powder your tubers with it, but it's not very healthy for you, and it's not good to breathe in. So I bought it. I think I started using it and then heard all about cinnamon, and I started using cinnamon, and the cinnamon works really, really well. This though was a little bit too crazy, and I was worried about losing the seedling, so I took like a higher measure. I need to get some spray. I think the spray is a little bit better health-wise. than the powder because I don't want to breathe in the powder. So I don't recommend using the powder, but I had some and the plant looks a lot better. It's been a couple days since I put it on. Anyways, I think I saved this seedling and it is doing well. Sorry, I haven't set up my seedling shelf, my seedling shelves yet, which I should do because my window's already packed. I'm going to show you now what the tuber looks like. Look at this. Look. So you can see, here, let me see. Pardon my daughter's art and crafts here, but, wow. Oh, that's dirty. Okay, you can see right there where I cut off, and then look at the green bits, the new shoots, 1, 2, 3, and there's even a fourth one. Whoops, sorry, a fourth one under here. 4 new eyes have sprouted from where there was the one that I cut. So I'm hoping to get, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 more cuttings off of this. This was one really little tiny tuber that I wasn't sure if it would make it, so I just went ahead and planted it now, and it's doing really well. All of that was from one eye. Every time you cut, as long as you leave a 1/4 of an inch, like, don't take a piece of the tuber with your cutting, okay? I know some people say to do that when you look online. Don't do that. If you cut the eye completely off the tuber, you will not get more shoots. But if you cut at the node and leave like a tiny sliver of the eye still attached to the tuber, you will get shoots that come out, eyes that develop around it, okay? Which is so awesome. Like, I can multiply this so much. Hey guys, so let's do another update on the cuttings I took. First of all, I apologize. I think in my last video, I accidentally was calling my cuttings seedlings. My bad, I meant cuttings. My cutting. So here, it's January 2nd today. This is my Castle Drive cutting, and it has definitely gotten bigger and grown since the last video. So I know that it's doing well, and it seems to be rooting and growing. So awesome. And man, I wish I had taken a video of this before I did it. Today I took another cutting off of the same tuber. Let me see. Whoops, sorry. So this was the tuber I cut off I took a cutting from before. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Literally, there was another cutting. So today's January 2nd. There was another cutting big enough to be taken off of this. And I still see like 3 more eyes that are growing off of it. So I took another cutting today that had, it was like 3.5 inches tall with an extra leaf node set that I got to cut off and put underneath the dirt. I took some other cuttings too. Finally, some of my other tubers that I planted had started they had started eyeing up and growing and were long enough for me to cut, and I need to cut them now because if I let them keep growing, like, it's January 2nd, it's going to be forever before I can plant them outside. So taking a cutting rather than just leaving it and letting it grow is going to be better, because the cutting, it now needs to needs some time to set roots and to establish itself and start getting bigger and growing its own tubers and stuff. And the tuber that I took the cutting off of now has to make new eyes. So I'm kind of like delaying its progress a bit, which helps it out since it is so early in the year, especially in my growing zone. So yeah, I've done that before. I got lazy and didn't take, I started a tuber early and then got lazy and forgot to take the cutting from it. And then that dahlia just got super tall and lanky in my house, and it was a pain in the butt having to bring it outside and inside to get it hardened off once it was time to harden off in May. And it was just so big and lanky and weak stemmed, and yeah, I don't want to do that again. So if I start tubers early, I gotta remember to take the cuttings. But yeah, I got a couple cuttings over here now. I will show you. It's hard to see because they're in this bag, but there's 4 cuttings in here. Castle Drive, Caribbean Fantasy, Mystique, and Joey Winnie. Yeah. And I just put this new seedling rack together. I'm getting it ready to put in my sunroom for all my seedlings that I'm going to start. This week sometime I need to start my Lysianthus. I've never done them before, so I'm excited about that. So yeah, I hope everyone had a great New Year's and stuff. And sorry again, if I was saying seedling, I meant cutting. Too early for seedlings. Way too early for dahlia seedlings anyways. Thanks, guys. I hope you like this. If you have any questions, ask, and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel to keep getting notifications when I put information about dahlias and flowers up. And like this video. I hope you found it informative. Bye.